Hey guys, welcome back to another video with me, Tom Court. And in this video, I'm going to go over a step-by-step process on how to repair or replace your bladder. Some of these key techniques and steps that I'm going to show you now are universal across multiple years of our duotone wings. A key important step of making this process easy is doing it somewhere dry. You're going to want to check inside your wing bag because every 2025 duotone wing comes with a repair kit. You're going to need the wing that you want to repair, and you're going to need to know which bladder is damaged on that wing. Then you're going to need to get into the tools that you want for this job. Firstly, you're going to need a set of tweezers, a cutting board or a magazine, flathead screwdriver, a length of line, your repair kit, any plastic bag, talcum powder. Okay, so step one, come to the rear edge of the strut bladder. Find that this has a Velcro attachment pad on the inside that you'll need to loosen in order to pull it out. If you pull it out, you'll see that the bladder is tucked in. Then you're going to need your flathead screwdriver and your chopping board or magazine to help you protect the wing. This is to remove the one pump system, pop in the valves that are holding the bladder in place. Next step revolves around these little strings that you can see here. There is one on the top, also a hidden one at the bottom of the strut bladder. This is where the tweezers come in. These are incredibly important when it comes to removing the strut bladder. You use tweezers to undo these knots. If you don't have a kite bar, try and get the closest thing to kite line that you can in order to pull the bladder back into place. You won't be able to pull through the pigtail to do this job, so in order to make the line thin enough and to make the job easier, you remove the pigtail, and then that should allow me to use that as an anchor line. We've got the top line and the bottom line. At this point, you're ready to remove the bladder from the wing. So you have the top side on the white, and then we have the bottom side on the blue. I'm now disconnecting the anchor lines, ready to be checked. Now we reattach the one pump tube to the bladder like that, close it off, and we can then inflate the bladder. It will hold air whilst you ascertain where the leak is. If it's not big enough to easily see, the best way to do this is to submerge it in water. If you've got a bathtub, you can use the bath, or you can use a bucket of water, or alternatively, you could just use a damp sponge. This is where you get your repair bag that is inside every one of your wings, and it comes with bladder repair patches. Once you've found the hole, you mark it with a pen, and then you get your patch kit. And then we are going to get one of the patches, and we're just going to simply place it over the hole. And voila, ready for reinsertion back into the wing. This is where your plastic bag and your talcum powder come in. And put the bladder into the plastic bag. Liberal dose. So now we're back at the rear end of the strut bladder. We want to unvelcro that top line, remembering that the top line is tied to the white toggle of the reinsertion string. Retie that in place. Going to orientate the bladder correctly according to the corresponding valve positions. And we're just going to gently tug these strings of the leading edge like that back into place. Just pull the valves back through. So now we've pulled the bladder back into place using the two holding lines. I'm going to slide back on the one pump tube. I'm going to use the deflate valve to give the bladder some air. Sitting well, we untie the anchor lines. That's tied back in place. Then we come back to the trailing edge. We fold it over back into the end of the wing. Then we come back up to the top of the wing again to reattach the one pump tube. Squeeze them on. Don't inflate it too hard the first time you inflate it again, but that is how you replace or repair your strut bladder on your new duotone unit wing.